simple interest. So especially for this topic, class 8 students of ICSE board. So all the theory part and some example problems also I explain in this topic. So before that, if you want to see other solutions from textbook or some other material which are related to the same topic, if you want, I'll show you one website here. So you go through this site and you'll find out all the information from all the subjects. So including model paper, question papers, some other material also is available for freely. So you can download the booklet or PD in terms of PDF files freely. And subscribe this channel in case you did not do, because you'll upload only videos which are related to the educational and especially for children. Fine, let us start the topic now. So before going to do the simple interest, we should aware of some previous topics. So before, okay, one by one I'll tell you now. First we will see some terms which are related in this chapter. Principle. So these terms, if you know, then you can understand this chapter or this topic easily. First of all, what is a principle? So this principle is nothing but the money borrowed or lent out for a certain period of time is called principal or sum. So when you take some amount from somebody, so what amount we have taken or how much money we borrowed, that is nothing but the principal. Okay, that is in terms of rupees 1000 or in terms of rupees 2500. So any number. Now this is all the amount, the sum, or we can use this sum also. So we can use the money is borrowed or money lent out. These are terms we can use for principal. Interest. So when we are taken some money from the bank or some other person, now the amount taken, that is nothing but principal. Now the additional money paid by the borrower, that is in this form of money only but used by him. So in money, the additional money will pay. So that is on base of the interest. So for example, for a month, okay, if we take 1000 rupees, they're asking 100 rupees as interest. So that extra amount, so additional amount, so additional money, the paid by the borrower in lieu of money is used by him is called interest. So there is nothing but we need to add to the principal when you're paying. Now amount. Now this amount is nothing but the total money paid back by the borrower to the lender. So total money is nothing but that principal and plus interest. The total money paid back by the borrower. So if you take the money, we need to pay to the bank or to the person or to the lender is called that amount. The total money, what amount you have to pay. So this total money is nothing but that principal plus that interest, because interest is additional money. But interest you need to add to the principal and we have to pay. So that is nothing but amount. So amount you can write principal plus interest. Now when you come to the rate, so generally the rate of interest 5%, the rate of interest 9%. So some terms we'll use. That is per every 100. Generally this interest problems is depend on certain money only for 1 year. So yearly wise we'll calculate. So interest on rupees 100 per unit time is called rate of interest. So we can use this, the definition like this: the interest on rupees 100 for a unit time So how much time you are taken, 2 years or 3 years, there is some unit time, is called the rate of interest. So that is according to the information between the borrower and lender. So these two, which you are taking and who is giving. Okay, for example, we are taken rupees 200 for at the rate of interest 2% per 1 year. That means every year, for every 100, 2 rupees you have to pay. That means here two hundreds. That is 100 plus 100. So in 200 there are two hundreds. So for this 2 rupees you have to pay additionally, and for this also 2 rupees you have to pay. So total 4 rupees you need to pay as interest, because the 2% is rate of interest. That means only we have to see the interest on rupees 100 per unit of time. Whatever amount you have taken, we need to calculate only for out of 100. So every 100 only will calculate it. So one more example, if the rate is 9% per annum, then it means that interest on rupees 100 for a year is 9. Okay, per every year only we will calculate. If rate is equals to 9%, okay, then per annum, per every year 9% interest, then it means that interest on rupees 100 for 1 year, because per annum there is, so for 1 year is rupees 9. Okay, for every 100, 9 rupees you have to pay as interest after 1 year. So per every year. Okay, these are the terms we need to follow in this topic. So principal, interest, amount, and rate of interest. So principal is the amount we borrowed, interest additional money you have to pay, and amount is nothing but total money. That means principal plus interest. And rate is the rate of interest. Now we'll see the simple interest, how to find out. We'll see the formulas which are related to simple interest, and we'll solve one by one, including example problems also. Simple interest. So first of all, we'll see the definition of the simple interest. So I'll write the definition just on observe here. If the interest is second uniformly on the original principal, so throughout the loan period, then the interest is called simple interest, and abbreviated as capital S dot capital I. So we can say simple interest. Fine. So the interest is calculated generally on the original principal throughout the loan period. So throughout the loan period, we'll calculate the interest on original principal only. So for example, if we take 1 lakh rupee from the bank for 10 years, if we take as a loan, so for every year on the original principal only, they'll calculate the interest. There's nothing but simple interest. So I'll write the formula. So we have seen the terms before. So let principal is equals P. Let principal is equals to rupees P. Rate is equals to and that rate is R% per annum, and time is equals to T years. So let time is equals to capital T, that is in years. Then we have simple interest is like this. Then simple interest is equals to that principal into time into R by 100. Okay, PTR by 100 we can call it as. So this is the formula we'll use to find out simple interest. Then if you want to find the total amount, then that amount is equals to, so how much amount we need to pay back means that is amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. Okay, this is also for amount formula, principal plus simple interest. Then if you can simplify some more, that amount formula is, now we know amount is equals to, so amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. So P asked is, in the place of simple interest I am writing simple interest formula, that is PTR by 100. Okay, P into T into R, nothing but. If you take P common, 1 plus TR by 100, because P are taken common. This is the that we can use formula for amount without finding that separately interest. This is the amount formula we'll use. P into 1 plus TR by 100. Okay, these three formulas will apply in this problems. Now I'll tell you some important rules when you're finding simple interest. There are only two important rules. Now rule 1 is, for example, while calculating the time period between two given dates, so if they'll give two dates, then the day on which the money is borrowed is not counted for interest. For example, 22nd December 2016 we borrowed, and 13 January 2018 we paid. So in this case, this date will not count. So next 22nd December. So 23rd December onwards only will count. So this is the rule. Because whenever they'll give dates, so we should not count the date when we borrowed, but we can count this. Okay, this is countable. The date when we are taking, that is you can count, but the starting date we should not count. So next day onwards you can count. That means 23rd onwards you can count. Okay, that is one rule. And one more rule for converting the time in days into years. So when you convert to days to years, you should divide it always by 365 only. So days to years, when you are converting, we need to divide that number of days divided by 365. Two cases, whether it is an ordinary year or a leap year also, will count only by 365. Okay, this is also one more rule. These rules will follow. So by applying these rules and using that formula, so let us solve some problems. Now the question is, so 3-4 problems I'll solve you now on simple interest. Find simple interest on rupees 2,460 for 3.5 years at 8.1/3% per annum. So principal is given, time is given, and rate of interest is given. Okay, now the problem when you observe. So here given data, the principal is given, that is rupees 2,460. and time PTR by 100 formula. So time is equals to 3 1 by 2 years. Now if you convert into improper fraction, 7 by 2. 7 by 2 years. And rate of interest is 8 1 by 3. That is 25 by 3%. Therefore, simple interest is equals to formula P into T into R by 100. Right? Okay. Now principal is equals to 2460. Time is 7 by 2. 7 divided by 2 into R 25 by 3 by 100. So by 100 I can write 1 by 100. Okay, PTR by 100. So this divided by 100 I can write into 1 by 100 for easy cancellations. So after cancellation of these things, so calculating 0 0 can cancel. 5 table, 5 2 is 10 and 5 5 is. After cancellation of this all, again 2 table, 123. 2 table, 2 ones are 7 means 3.5. Okay, 123 into 3.5 into 5. So multiplying all this, we'll get the interest 717.50. So just I multiply 717.50 is simple interest. Okay, if they asked find out amount means the principal plus interest. Find simple interest. Now let us see the amount also. So the amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. Principal plus simple interest. Now principal is 2460 plus simple interest is 717.50. Okay, by adding these two, 3177.50. So rupees 3177.50 paisa. So this way we can find out the any data is given. If they'll give in, now this is directly the time is given years. Now let us see one more question. If they'll give the time in days. So find the amount on rupees 1625 for 2 years, 2 years 8 months. Okay, this is the time at 7 1 by 2% per annum. Okay, when you observe the time here, 2 years 8 months. So principal is equal to 1625 and time is equals to 2 years 8 months. Now whenever you take the 2 years 8 months, convert into the number of years, 2 years, but 8 months you can write 8 by 12. So 2 8 by 12 is years now. This you can simplify. 4 2s are 4 3s are 2 2 by 3. So that is 3 to 6 plus 2, 8 by 3 years. That is the time. Now rate of interest is 7 1 by 2. 15 by 2%. Okay, these data if you substitute in the formula, you'll get the amount. First of all, find the simple interest. PTR by 100. So right I am writing 1625 is principal T. Time is 8 by 3. R is 15 by 2 by 100. So that is into 1 by 100. Right? Now by solving this, we can cancel. 1 0, 5 0. Again we can take cancel this. 2 1 0, 4 0. 4 1 0, 4 5 0. Again 5 1 0. So cancellation should be perfect. 325. So simple interest is 325. Now if they are asking find out the amount, so amount is equal to principal, that is 1625 plus interest is 325, that is 1950. Okay, 1950 is the total amount. Fine. Now when I will give a particular time, so and so date to date, so how to find out? Okay, let's see here. Find the simple interest. On rupees 6,240 at 6 2 by 3%. 6 2 by 3% per annum for the period from December 28, 2011 to May 22nd, 2012. Okay, also find amount. So amount also you need to find out. So in this problem, first given data if you observe, so principal is given directly 6,240. Okay, principal is equal to rupees 6,240 and rate of interest also is clear, 6 2 by 3%. Okay, that is 20 by 3. Now when you come to the time, that is December 28, 2011 to May 22nd, 2012. So we have noticed that the starting date we should not count. Now December 28. So we'll see time first. So time we will see December to next year May. That means December, January 2012, February, March, April and May. So you notice here December 28 onwards. That means 28 we should not count. That means remaining is 29, 30, 31. So that is only 3 days. Fine. 28th December should not count because whenever we borrowed that particular day we should not count, but when we are taken that day we can count, as you've seen the rules in simple interest. Now January is 31 days because full January. February is 29 because 2012 is the leap year. That's why 2012 we could given next 2012 February, so it's a leap year. So February is 29. Now March is 31 and April is 30 and May 20 up to May 22nd. So May all days you should take. Now 3 plus 31 plus 29, 31, 30, 22 all days if you add, that is 146 days you'll get. So time is equal to 146 days. That is 146 by 365 years. So time is equal to 146 by 365. That is in years. Now we can use the formula. Principal is 6240. Finally, important thing is we need to take the time. So simple interest PTR by 100. Principal is 6240 into 20 by 3 rate of interest. (146 by) okay, this you can cancel also. 146 by 365. Okay, principal rate and time is 146. You can cancel here also, otherwise directly 146 by 365. PTR you got by 100. So 1 by 100. This is all. If you simplify, then finally get the simple interest. So you can cancel this table. This is 2 5s are 73. 2s are 5s are. You can cancel 2 zeros. So you can by cancelling. Now 624 3 1s are 208. Now 208 into 2 into 2 by 4. 208 2 into 2 is 4 by 5. Now this all both you multiply and divide by 5. 166.40. So this is the simple interest. Now amount is asked. So therefore amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. Now principal is in the account of the problem 6,240. Simple interest is 166.40. So both if you add 6,406.40. So this is the total amount. Whenever we have the dates, this is the procedure we need to follow. Fine. Now next, for example, if they ask to find out the time whenever principal, simple interest and rate are given, we'll see now. So here when principal, simple interest and rate when are given, so how to find out the time? So we'll see. Generally we know the formula of simple interest, right? So simple interest is equals to P into T into R by 100. Now from this formula only can find out the time. So time is equals to then simple interest into 100. Okay, that is 100 into simple interest, because 100 is denominator, divided by time we need to find out. That is 100 into simple interest by P into R. Okay, in this case we'll use this formula. So this formula is nothing but just from simple interest formula only you can make. So time is equals to 100 into simple interest by P into R. Okay. Now we'll solve the problem. So two questions I'll tell you. In how much time will rupees 1200 amount to rupees 1726.50 at 3 by 4%. 9.3/4% per annum simple interest. So they'll mention the problem based on this in how much time. So time we have to find out. Fine. So here amount is equals to 1726.50 and given principal also that rupees 1200. So if you know M and rate is given, first I'm writing all the given data. So rate is 9.3/4%. 9.3/4%. So that is in mixed fraction. 36 and 39/4. 39/4% is rate of interest. Then time is equal to formula is 100 into SI by PR. So simple interest we need. Therefore, but simple interest is equals to amount minus principal. Because total amount, that principal if you subtract, that is simple interest. So simple interest is called amount minus principal. 1726.50 minus 1200. Okay, that is 526.50. Rupees 526.50. So after finding simple interest only, can apply the formula time. Okay, then time is equals to 100 into simple interest by PR. So P into rate of interest. So by substituting these all in this, 100 into simple interest is 526.50 by principal is 1200 and R, that is 39/4. So we need to simplify or solve this. So by solving it directly, 100 into 526.50, that is 52650 by 1200 into 39/4. So that by 4 I can write numerator 4 because reciprocal. Now just simplify this. Again 4 table 30. Okay, 5 table you can cancel. Now time will get finally after cancellation this 9/2. 5 6 30. 1053. 3 2s 3 3s 9, 15 5 1. Then that is 351 by 39 2s 78. Again 39 table. We can cancel this. 39 2s 39 9s. So 9/2 years. So 9/2 years is in mixed fraction is 4.5. 4 1/2 years. Okay, this is the time. Hence the required time is equals to 4 1/2 years. Okay, let us solve one more sum which are not exactly given data. In what time? Okay, first I write question. In what time will the simple interest on a certain sum, because sum is not given here, in what time will the simple interest on certain time and certain sum of money at 7 1/2%, 7.5% per annum. So rate of interest is given be 3/8 of itself. Okay, certain sum at how much time, within what time on simple interest at the rate of 7.5% per annum will be 3 by 8 time of itself. 3 by 8 of itself only. So your sum is not given. I'm taking some x. Let sum be x. That means principal is x. Then simple interest is account problem 3 by 8 of itself. That is 3x by 8. 3x by 8 is simple interest according to the given data. And rate of interest is given 7.5%. Okay, that is 15 by 2 percentage is rate of interest. So this is the data. Let p is x, then simple interest is 3x by 8 because 3 by 8 of itself according to the problem. Now we'll find out the time. Now according to the problem, time is equals to, as per formula, 100 into simple interest. So 100 into simple interest is 3x by 8 by p into r. P is x into r is 15 by 2. Okay. These we need to simplify by doing cancellations of this. Reciprocal is 100 into 3x by 8 by x is here. 15 by 2 is 2 by 15. Just cancel. Okay, by cancelling this problem, x get cancelled. 3 ones are 3, 5s are 15, and 2 ones are 2, 4s are 8. Again 4 ones are 4, 25s are. Then finally 5 ones are 5 5s are. So after getting cancellation everything, the 5 is left. That is 5 years because time it is. So within 5 years, whatever the certain sum at the rate of 7.5%, it will become 3 by 8 of itself, means 3 by 8 times of the principal. So this is the finding time when principal, simple interest and rate are given. Okay. Now we'll see how to find out the rate percent also when principal, simple interest and time are given. So here we need to find out the rate percent when principal, simple interest and time are given. Okay, the formula is simple. So from the simple interest formula only we can make this. So directly I am writing formula. So rate percent, that R is equals to 100 into simple interest by P into T, that is principal into time. Okay, this also you can write from the only simple interest formula. Nothing is new different here. R is equal to 100 into simple interest by principal into time. Now let us see some problems here. At what rate percent per annum, because we need to find out the rate percent. So at what rate percent per annum will rupees 1620 amount to rupees 1962 in 3 years 2 months. Okay. At what rate percent only the principal will become amount. So principal is 1620 and amount is 1962. The time is also mentioned, that is 3 years 2 months. So we need to find out the rate percent. Okay, here the given data if you write first, principal, that is P, is equal to 1620. And amount is equals to rupees 1962. So if you know principal and amount, we can find out the simple interest. Okay, simple interest formula is A minus P, that is amount minus principal. That is 1962 minus 1620. Now both if you subtract, we'll get the simple interest. That is 342. 342 is the simple interest. Again, time is also given. 3 years, 2 months. 3 years and 2 months. So we need to convert into years everything. That is 3 years. 2 months is 2 by 12. That is 3 1 by 6. So we can cancel 3 2 ones are 2 6. 3 1 by 6 years. 6 to 18 plus 1, 19 by 6 years in fractions. Now we can find out the rate percent. So therefore rate is equals to 100 into simple interest by P into T. So principal into time. Now substituting of all these values, simple interest is 342 by principal is 1620 and time is 19 by 6. So 19 by 6 if you take to numerator, it will be reciprocal. That is 100 into 342 by 1620. The 19 by 6 we can write 6 by 19. Now this is the percent per annum. So we ought to simplify this. So cancellations if you doing this. Cancelling 2 table, 2 5 is 10. 81. Again 3 table, 3 2s is 6. 621, 7. Then 5 into 10 into 342 by 27 into 19. Still you can go for cancellations. Finally get 3 table. Still you can do some cancellations here also. 3 table cancel. 3 9s 27. 14. 10. 2s and this is 9. 3 is again 19 table also you can cancel in this together. You get 2 directly. After cancellations you can multiply and do division directly. So otherwise 5 to the 10 to the 20 by 3%. So 20 by 3. That is if you write in mixed fraction 6 2 by 3% per annum. So rate of interest is nothing but per annum. Hence the required rate is 62 by 3% per annum. Let's see one more question. If the data is given like this, simple interest on a certain sum. Interest on a certain sum is 4 by 9 of the sum. The simple interest on a certain sum is 4 by 9 of the sum. First sentence. Find the rate percent and the time if both are numerically equal. Okay, so this is the information in the question. Simple interest on a certain sum is 4 by 9 of the sum. So we can take, let the sum be x. There is nothing but principal. Okay, let sum be x. Otherwise, let the principal is equals to, I'm taking some x. Then the simple interest is 4 by 9 of the sum. That means 4x by 9 is a simple interest. Let rate be r% per annum and time be also r, because numerically equal. Okay, time and rate percent, and let rate is equals to r% and time is r years, because numerically equal, because rate percent, if it is 8% means time is 8 years, 6% means 6 years. So numerically both are equal. So this is the given data in this problem up to here. Now simple interest formula will apply. Then simple interest formula PTR by 100. Okay, principal rate of interest time by 100. So by substituting in this, simple interest is 4x by 9, that is equals to x into principal is x, r and r, because both are r, by 100. So now need to cancel this. X and get cancelled both sides. X get cancelled. So here is 4 by 9 is equal to r square. R into r is r square by 100. Now from this, r square is equals to 4 by 9 into 100. This you can write 400 by 9. So 400 by 9 is nothing but 20 by 3 whole square. So r square is 20 by 3 whole square. Then r is equals to 20 by 3. So from this, r is equals to 20 by 3. So 20 by 3 is 62 by 3. So rate of interest is 62 by 3%. At the same time is equal to 62 by 3 years. And time is also same, 62 by 3 years. Okay, that is 6 years, 2 by 3, that is 8 months. Because 8 months is nothing but 8 by 12, that is 2 by 3. So 6 years, 8 months is the time. So when numerically equal, we can solve in this. Hence rate is equal to 62 by 3% per annum and time is 6 years, 8 months. Fine, now we'll see how to find out the principal when rate, time, simple interest are given also. We'll see now. So here rate, time and simple interest, when three are given, how to find out the principal. So principal, or we can say it as a sum. Right? Principal or sum, both are same. So from the simple interest formula only we can make this principal formula also. That is P is equals to 100 into simple interest. 100 into simple interest by and rate and time. So rate percent, that into time. This formula will apply to find out the principal when simple interest, rate and time are given. Few problems we'll see how we can solve using this formula and which are related to some word problems also. So here's the question is, what sum will amount to rupees 5,556 in 2 years 4 months at 3/4% per annum. Simple interest. Okay, let us see this simple problem first. What sum will amount to this 5,556? So here sum be x. So principal only we need to find out. Let sum be x. Then so sum is x means then principal is equal to x. Then p is equal to x. And according to the given other data, time is equals to 2 years 4 months. 2 years 4 months. Now convert into everything into years. That is 2 4 by 12. Okay, 2 1 by 3. Cancel this. 2 1 by 3 is 3 to 6, 7 by 3 years. That is time. And rate percent also given. Rate is equal to 6 3/4. 6 3/4 percentage. 6 4s are. So you can simplify this. 27/4% is the rate percent. Now simple interest is equal to. So here simple interest is not given, but amount minus principal. But even the amount also you don't know. Directly we can find out the simple interest first. Therefore, so up now p is equal to x, time and rate. So first let us take the simple interest because amount is given. So simple interest is equals to PTR by 100. So you have done some problems previous. Now x into time is equals to 7/3. Rate is 27/4 by 100. This is simple interest. Now by cancellation this 3 9s 63x by 400 in terms of x. Now amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. Because amount we know it. That's what amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. So amount is 5,000. Therefore amount is given in the question. That is 5,556 is equal to principal plus simple interest. Simple interest is 63x by 400. Now solving this 463 LCM, 400x plus 63x by 400, that is 463x by 400 is the value of 5556, 5556. Now from this x is equals to, because x is nothing but a principal, that is 5556 into 400 by 463 reciprocal. So by cancellation this, you get exactly cancellation, you get 4800, because it is divisible exactly 12 sum. So hence required sum is, because x value you need to find out, therefore the principal or sum, that is rupees 4800. So this is the way we can find out according to the given data. We can make the formula, then try to find out. So let us solve one more question. This is whenever they're not given certain sum, so how to solve the problems. A certain sum amount to rupees 5916 in 3 years. So in 3 years that amount become 5916, and to rupees 6960 in 5 years. Okay, in 5 years it will become 6960 at simple interest. At simple interest, this is the transaction. Now find the sum and the rate of, so 8% per annum. Okay, we need to find out the sum and rate percent also. So if you observe here, in 5 years this is the amount, and in 3 years this is the amount. That means this both, if I subtract, will get simple interest for between 2 years, right? So simple interest for 2 years, because you don't know simple interest also, but simple interest for 2 years. Simple interest between for 2 years means amount of 5 years minus amount of 3 years, amount after 5 years, amount after 5 years minus amount after 3 years. Between them only there is nothing but simple interest for 2 years. Okay, after 3 years, 2 years if interest if add, that is nothing but amount after 5 years. That's what we'll take this. That is 6960 minus 5916. Okay, amount after 5 years minus amount after 3 years. That is simple interest for 2 years, sir, because gap is 2 years. Okay, that is 1044. So this is interest for 2 years. Now interest for 1 year means half of that. Okay, simple interest for 1 year. Simple interest for, actually we have amount of 3 years, you know. So simple interest for 3 years is, so 1044 is simple interest for 2 years. Divide by 2 is 1 year. Again into 3. That is for 3 years. Now if we cancellation this, 2 ones are 522 into 3. So simple interest for 3 years is 1566 rupees 1566. Now we have the information simple interest for 3 years and amount after 3 years also. Then we can find out the principal from this both. Therefore principal, so that principal is equals to amount after 3 years minus simple interest for 3 years. Amount after 3 years, because that is including interest. Amount after 3 years. From this simple interest for 3 years, if I remove, subtract, that is nothing but principal. So amount after 3 years is given the question. That is 5,916. 5,916 minus simple interest of 3 years is 1566. Okay, both if you subtract, that is the principal. That is 4,350. Now principal is fixed, there is no change. Now principal is got simple interest and time. Therefore rate percent we can find out. So rate is equals to 100 into simple interest by P into T. So what time you take, that time interest only will find out. So 100 into simple interest, 3 years I am taking. So 3 years is 1566 by principal is, that is 4350, time is 3, because first 3 years. Now by cancellation of all this, we get the rate of percent. So if you try to get cancellation this, 0 0 5 table, 5 2s are 5 it's a 47, 3 table also cancel, 3 5 is a 15, 2 2. Now 87 6 we can take this, so 12%. So you can do however cancellation is required for you, easy for you can cancel. That is 12% per annum. Right? So this is the required sum is 4,350 and rate of interest is 12% per annum. So in this way we can find out according to the given data the problems. Now see one more method of problem to find out the amount in this type. Divide rupees 8,000 into two parts, such that if one part be lent at 7.12% per annum for 2 years, and the other part, okay, other part at 8% per annum for 3 years. Okay, the total interest received is rupees 1416. 1416 rupees is interest is received finally. Then we have to divide that principal. So 8,000 is divided into two parts, but one part is given with different rate percent for time, different time, and one is different rate percent and for different time. So interest is received is finally 1416. Okay, interest you have to find out, and we can total should be 1416. So here two parts. So total is 8,000. So since you don't know how much part it is, one and second, let the first part be x. Okay. Let the first part be x. If first part is x means second part is 8,000 minus x. Okay, then second part will become, that is total is 8,000, so second is 8,000 minus x. Now simple interest on separately for 2 years and separately for 3 years, we will do the sum from the given data. So take two cases because both are there separately. Now when I calculate separate, now case 1, if we take in this, so in this simple interest, that is PTR by 100 is formula. Now principal is, so this is first part and second part. So first part I am taking case 1, principal is x into rate percentage is 7.5. 7.5 means 15 by 2. Okay, this 7.1/2% plus 15 by 2. 15 by 2 PT. Okay, rate is, and for 2 years, time is for 2 years. So into 2 by 100. So 1 by 100. Okay, in this case 2, also simple interest. Principal is 8,000 minus x. Okay, and rate percent is 8 and time is for 3 years by 100 into 1 by 100. But according to the given data, the both should be equal to 1416. Okay, this one and this both. So you can cancel here some 2 to get cancelled. 5 table, 5 3 is a 15 by 20 is finally 3x by 20. 3x by 20 is here. Now if you simplify case 2, 8,000 minus x, so it is 24, that is 24 into 8,000 minus x by 100. Therefore total simple interest is received. Okay, if it is part 1 and part 2, so total simple interest must be, according to given data, 1416. So the sum of these two should be 1416. That is 3x by 20 plus 24 into 8,000 minus x by 100 is equals to 1416. Sum should be. So from this you can find out this. We can do LCM. 15x, 100 is LCM. So 15x plus 24 into 8,000 minus x is equals to 1416 into 100, that is 0 0. Now from this, so you can simplify, that is 15x plus 24 into 8000 minus 24x is 141600. So from this you'll get minus 9x, and take this and subtract the value. 141600 minus 24 into 8000, because that is minus, after multiplying and subtract, 50,400. Minus you cancel. X is equals to 50,400 by 9. Okay, cancellation this 9 table, 5,600. That is x value. So one part is x, 5,600. Then second part. Okay, this is first part if you take, and second part is equals to the 8,000 minus 5,600. The second part is 2,400. Okay, these are the two parts. If you divide and so because according to the condition they gave, total simple interest. Okay, total simple interest is given, interest is calculated, so we need to add. So according to the problem only you have to take the sum. So first you should given data, based on that we need to take the problem in easy method. So this is the way we can solve and simplify. So apart from only example problems which I said, some other information including textbook solutions also if you want, I am showing here website, right? So in this site you can find out all the textbook informations including solutions also available. You can download this.